So the name of the book is Killer Mother. Sophia Perkins is in our virtual green room. She joins us on Author's Corner here on America Tonight with me, Kate Delaney. Sophia, wow. Thanks for coming on. I am such a fan of the horror genre, and this story is wrapped into really some delicious details that make it one of those can't put down books, and it's perfect time for this. So Sophia, thanks for jumping on with us.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be getting my book out there and speaking to you. I feel blessed and very happy about that.
How did this all start for you? How did this road to writing this come about?
Well, I have always been interested in writing, and one day I was sitting down on the couch and I told myself I'm going to write a short story. And it rapidly evolved into something much greater and much more detailed. And I never expected my creativity to be that big and overflowing with so many ideas in my brain. And it really caught me off guard, but in the best way possible.
I like that. So you opened up that box.
Yes, for sure. It was writing and creativity in general has always been something I've been interested in. I'm just 27 years old, but I've been interested in art for a very long time and writing. I love to journal, but specifically I delved into the horror genre and fiction as a whole earlier this year.
So tell us about Charlotte Hansen, who is the mother, and she has this really, really surprising secret. Tell us about the character and the book, more about the plot.
Well, I can start off by saying my book is very unique in the sense that it is written from the perspective of Charlotte Hansen, which is the protagonist, and she is a killer, and my book mentions that right from the get-go. So it's something that wraps you in right from the start. And she has a daughter who goes on to tell the perspective of a crime that the mother, which is Charlotte Hansen, that she committed. So my story is unique in the sense that it goes into detail from two different perspectives of one very gruesome crime.
Yeah, and it is a gruesome crime. When you wrote this, did you know, because as you were saying how the details were just filling in, up in your head and then you were getting it all out there. Did you know how you were going to wrap this up? Did you know, because you knew the beginning is so unique, did you know how you were going to wrap up the end?
I that's a good question, because I think the best way to describe my writing style and how this happened was very spontaneous. I just went with what came to my head in the moment, and I was able to, I believe, create an ending that is very different for a horror story, because I don't want to reveal, everything and give it away, but I think it's even a happy ending. There's a bonus chapter which goes into detail about more lighthearted, happy, and awe-inspiring things.
For you, as you said, you're just in your late 20s. Yes. And this came to you, and it's that road of creativity. And I think creativity can really change the world to me.
Absolutely.
And it's definitely something you have in you can tell. And you're at EMT. So did anything from what you do draw into some of the maybe details that kind of filtered into your mind when you were writing the book?
I don't think it's related. I don't think my profession is related, but to my creativity. I think what's unique about my creativity is it's a very interesting side to me, that I can really hone in on it, and it's like an escape from the world around me, and I can just delve into that side of myself and really cherish it, because I love to create ideas, and yes, I do believe creativity can change the world. Absolutely.
Yeah, we totally agree on that. What's so cool too is you said this, it's unique because of the mother's perspective and then the daughter's perspective. And in fact, that's how you have the book. You have part one is mother, part one
Yeah.
mother, and part two is daughter. And was that the idea that, oh, you'd have these two narratives because we all look at things differently?
Yes, I really love that about my book because it shows the killer herself telling the story from her point of view, and then the daughter as well. And it doesn't go back and forth between, between the novel, but it has its own unique separate sections for these characters to speak their part and say things on the crime.
What was the hardest part about writing the book for you?
Okay, that's an easy one because I think the hardest part of writing the book was wrapping everything together because I have so many ideas, and just getting it all together coherently, I think, and creating a plot that had rhythm and movement, and that was difficult to just keep track of all my ideas because I tend to have so many different ideas, but I feel so proud and happy that I was able to put it together into one amazing piece of work.
And when you finished it, did you know, wow, I just nailed this? Because you know how that is where you can overthink it and rewrite things, which is
Yes.
normal maybe to do that, but you just know how I nailed this.
Yes, and I want to add that I wrote my book in really truly 4 days by hand, and I typed it in about 3 days. So it was a very a chaotic process, but in a good way, if that makes any sense.
It does make
But
sense.
I'm very proud of myself and the work that I've done, and I want to give a shout out to my husband and my mom and for everybody in my life that supported me in this journey.
So again, we're talking about Killer Mother, which of course, Killer Mother, Living and Loving to Kill. You can get that on Amazon, Barnes& Noble, wherever great books are sold. How about the cover? The cover pulls you in, so that vibrant green and the
Yes,
green
yes.
eyes. And often the covers where people struggle. How'd you come up with the cover?
I I like that you mentioned the eyes because I think they really are like the window to the soul, and you can see character in somebody's eyes. And I just wanted it to be something very, I don't know what the best word to describe it would be, but something that's just in your face, and like, wow, like very just grabbing of the attention.
And
Um,
it does that.
yes, and the central focus on the protagonist, which is Killer Mother, Charlotte, and that's the portrayed in the cover.
Oh yeah. You have to look up this book and get it too, obviously. You can get it for a song, like I said, in so many different places. Does this make you want to write a sequel? Are you working on that sequel?
Yes, I have a sequel to Killer Mother, which is Killer Mother Competing to Kill, and I've been so busy, so I haven't been actively writing so much on it, but I do really plan on writing a sequel to this book because there's so many ideas that can stem from the plot. And um, Charlotte again is going to be the main character, and it's going to delve into themes about betrayal and love gone wrong, and it's very much going to still be in that horror genre.
When people read your book, what do you hope they take away?
I hope that when people read my book, I hope they can see that creativity is an endless binding force, and you can put your mind to anything and you can do anything, because I surprised myself with this one, and I really think that creativity can bring people together. And I just hope that when you read my book, I hope that you give it a chance and enjoy it. And I really, really want Killer Mother to be out there, especially for October for the Halloween season. I think this is a good time for this interview.
Yeah, it is a perfect time for it. There's no question about that. And certainly dipping into the horror genre too. Such big interest in that. So much curiosity about crime and whatnot. And I feel that we feel that vibration for sure that's out there, and you had that creative process just fly through you. I mean, 4 days, that's amazing.
Yeah, it really, like I said, it definitely blew me away. It caught me off guard. I never would have expected to produce something of that level or that quality. You know, like I said, it just originally I started with a prologue, and I just thought it was going to be a short story, but indeed it turned into a short novel. So,
well, congratulations on it. Go pick up that book.
Thank you so much.
Really good, Sophia Perkins, Killer Mother.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Visit us at www.greatwritersmedia.com. Email us at info@greatwritersmedia.com or call us at +1 877 556 0487.